Short update from yours truly, the Crypto Sniper. Yes, yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the land of the setting sun now. Lovely remains of the day moment. So what am I going to tell you about crypto and what's the chat all about? Well, while we enjoy the sun setting over the ocean and the lagoon, I'm going to tell you some good news, some good tidings, Christmas tidings. Santa Claus is here. Look at him. Oh yeah, Santa Claus is here to give you good tidings. Great tidings for the short-term and medium-term future. So Bitcoin is well set up for, in our opinion. So here's what it's done technically, and I've pushed this through on Twitter. So go to the Crypto Sniper on Twitter, at the Crypto Sniper. I pushed the chart through, but essentially I'm going to talk you through it now. So if you go to the Crypto Sniper and you look at it, it'll make maybe a bit more sense if you battle to hear verbally about technical price action. But what's actually gone on is that we had our 42.5. Why is that number interesting? Legacy, head and shoulder level for the 69K high head that gave a bottom of 15.5. It actually gave 16.1, but the low was 15.5. So it just got ran. Target, downside, from the 69 to 42.5, less that difference all the way back down 15.5. It was an excellent top call and bottom call in a single pattern. A top call at 69K, it gave a head and shoulders that got broken at the 42.5. You might have got in on the right shoulder and sooner. It was a short call, down, and it took you all the way down to its target of 16,100 with a practical low of 15.5 for Bitcoin, which was also the target. And then progress decay, it turned out the bottom. And then you got the inverted head and shoulder. Okay, I've covered that before. So what's happened is we're at that 42.5 level again. And you're going $2,000 above, about 2.2. So I think you traded 44.7, 44.6, 44.5, depending on which exchange you're on, give or take a few thousand. So roughly 2K, 2.2K above the 42.5. Then you had a sell-off, and a lot of people got concerned. Is this the end of the bull? Is this the end of the bull? You had a sell-off, and you traded roughly 2 to 2.2K to the downside on that. So you traded about 40,400, 40,500 odd to the downside of the 42.5. It's quite typical of price behavior that when something's initially a support or a resistance line, you then start to overcome it by dovetailing it. We call it dolphining, a little bit above, a little bit below, jumping through the water and below the water line being the 42.5. And it's often symmetrical, the amount that you're above, so below. Ooh, dear, what's that? Oh, yeah, amount above, so below. And now you're actually rallying back above that 42.5 line. And this is going to be typical of a likely continuation structure and potentially a squeezy Japanesey that will give you an upside move. So quite a bit to absorb in that. So overall, bullish looking setup generally for Bitcoin, and that's going to be supportive for the general crypto environment. What else am I about to tell you that is also adding to that bullish fervor? So you know how we categorize Bitcoin. It's an anti-fiat. You see that? Anti-fiat. There it is. It's like the sea. You should swim in the sea. It's good for you. You're a battery. You need a recharge. You need a reset. Get your toes in the sand. It's called grounding. That's why they call earthing electrics. You are electric current. You are a battery. You have frequencies. You should earth and swim in the sea. That's the sea level. So what's actually happening is we've got an additional force that's coming in to crypto and the anti-fiat category, which is against lending. Essentially, fiat is borrowed into existence, as you all know. Borrowed into existence means you have a debt instrument. And as a result, the anti-fiats are the anti-debt system on the basis that you can't proliferate them by a printer or digits in a computer. Now, Bitcoin theoretically can't go above 21 million. We'll see if they tinker with that virginity. It gets ever so much easier if you, the second and the third time, if they were to. But for now, certainly it hasn't, although we had forks where you have Bitcoin Cash and others, but they've been seen as second rate and largely disregarded. So far, so good for Bitcoin. Remember, I don't assess it to be the holy grail. I think there's control structure hands in its creation many years ago, introduced at the bottom and the pit of 2009 to cater for those that had had enough with the financial system, the great reaction of semi-smart to smart people to proliferation and bank bailouts. Here's your anti-banker solution, your antidote for all those that realized how much we stole. All the other idiots can just muddle on. The people who realized that we stole, that we essentially capitalized the gains and socialized the downside on you, and basically proliferate your fiat and reduce all your money and wealth, because now we're proliferating, and then give it to all our businesses. Anyway, let's not get sucked into politics or reset. On that point, by the way, on politics, on the Market Sniper channel, the advanced settings of clicking on links has been disabled because of being too political and talking about the wrong things. We would hate for that to happen here. So remember, if you are watching the Market Sniper, just copy the link, paste it, and go to the site, or go to our website to find out which exchanges we use for trading crypto, FX, and how to buy pure gold, etc., bullion vault. All those links will be live either on our website, or use them in this site, so long as we keep behaving for now. So anyway, that all said, the other thing that's in favor of Bitcoin that I've mentioned before, but I'm going to reiterate because there was major movement. Where's Francis? Well, the earth is moving. Major movement was the gold-silver ratio. So that's why I introduced the anti-fiat category into this. We're talking the anti-fiats. That means everything waterline and above. That is anti the debt of the great deep earth, and below, that's where all the satanic people are. Oh, careful, political. Anyway, so the gold-silver ratio reversed downside. The gold-silver ratio reversed downside, which is excellent, because it was actually pumping quite strongly to the upside. It went and did another tease that it would break a basing ascending grind line, and it keeps coming to that level. It's cried wolf a number of times, only to reverse back up to the upside, the gold-silver ratio. And of course, the falling and the failure of the gold-silver ratio will be a triggering event for silver to start outperforming gold, and both of them to be going up. So what do we think? Well, it's coming back down again. One of these days, there's a great Pink Floyd line, one of these days. It's a song, in fact, I think, one of these days, one of my favorite. But anyway, one of these days, I think it's metal. Maybe it's a line, a verse. I don't know. I'm getting confused. Someone check, tell me in the comments. Come on, you Floyd boys. Where's one of these days that popped into my head? Where's it coming from? Something to do with Pink Floyd. That's a little sidebar aside. We do expect that at some point it will break that basing ascending grind line. And when that happens, you will have a run on gold to the upside and a further overperformance on silver. And that is kind of like a major anti-fiat. Whoa, thumbs up. It's a major anti-fiat thumbs up. And as a result, that will be good for Bitcoin, which is the god market of crypto, and doubly good for the anti-fiat as a category, gold, and we'll commence our journey to the 2,900 3K that many on the Market Sniper channel will know about, and some of you here. So we talk broadly, so we don't think in silos. You've got to remember, macro involves a lot of things. There's relationships across the silo. You know, something goes wrong in the wheat silo, it could contaminate the silo alongside. If the bugs have got in there, they're going to come for the barley too. So things can't be siloized like this, and this is why we speak about the anti-fiat category, gold and silver, with relation to crypto, even though this is a crypto channel. So the good news is gold-silver ratio heading back down as abruptly as it went up. And again, I think it will have to slow down, and it'll come to that bagel again, and it'll probably resist again. It could go up again. But as long as it's trading down, it's anti-fiat support. And one of these days, he says for the second time, the bagel breaks. So eventually people go, we don't believe you. You're never going to happen. Gold's a shit trade. Silver's a shit trade. It's not going to happen. Every time it comes up, it's almost assured to rally, and that'll be the time that it breaks to the downside. So things are really, in the debt fiat world, far worse than you realize. And you will find out about this when the big reset moment comes. We're all going to get shocked. I'm going to get shocked. I'd love to tell you I know everything. You might lose you might lose your shares because you don't own the actual share certificates. Go watch The Great Taking. You might lose all your money in your bank. You don't even know the half of it. And there'll be immense geopolitical China hack, whatever the case may be. Again, I'm getting reset sniper and speculating, but we don't know. But it's going to shock us, and there's going to be details I won't have guessed that you might not have guessed. But the best you can do is prepare anyway. When there's a flood coming. You don't know where the water's going to come first necessarily, but at least if you have some preparation, you're better off. So with this all and said and done, the gold-silver ratio is supporting the anti-fiat category, which is very bullish also for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price behavior is supportive, and there are interesting alts. More details on which alts we like. Actually, we had a great run on HBAR. We were in that coming out of our non-farm payrolls. One of our community members put it back on the table for us to consider. There was a scrappy element to its HVF, and we were like, yeah, I got back in, and it's actually done very well in the last week or 10 days odd. So that's turned out really useful. So there's alts that could outperform again. Generally, we prefer the properly liquid ones that are well supported on exchanges, but you'll see more about that when you click that first link below, which is still hopefully working on this channel. You can always copy and paste if you're on the Market Sniper channel. And remember to keep sharing and supporting. The algo may not like us, and we need growth. We need to get the message out, and you help us help you. And that's really the message. Also, it's coming up for, what's the date? 16th. It was a public holiday yesterday where I am here. I want to highlight to you all that it's coming up for Christmas. Get some time with family, get relaxing, get to the ocean, go do your battery and pee in the sea. It's all good for you. All those other good things. I'll be out riding tomorrow nice and early in a beautiful part of the world. Get off the screens a little bit, but at the same time, do long-term planning, thinking for your year ahead, how you're going to make alpha wealth, and let the markets make you wealthier while you sit, relax, and do other things. And this will all be very, very powerful for you and supportive for you building wealth. And we will help you build that wealth in our community. First link in the description below. And we will take you forward and make sure you keep as much of it as possible. There's going to be many an ambush, I expect, and an obstacle to be overcome. But nonetheless, the better prepared you are, the more pockets of wealth you're more likely to retain. And sometimes you really only just need one good one, especially if it's going to be a flyer. So without further ado, I want to wish you all an awesome Sunday and weekend, which is coming up for the Christmas New Year period. Thank you for supporting the channel. That's thank you from all our team, actually, all the members of our team, and from our community members as well. And thank you to my community members directly from me that will be also watching this video. And we look forward to taking you into 2024, covering the crypto markets in what looks like a generally positive market in the short medium term. Okay, stay small, don't get over leveraged. The game is staying in the game, and the move will make you the money, not the leverage. Until next time, thanks for giving us a share and a like, and we'll catch you again. And for those that I don't see again, happy Christmas, and love to all your family. Stay safe out there. Bye bye for now.